Hi, I'm Graham, and welcome back to Man vs. Film. Stakeland 2, or Stakelander, is the sequel to the 2010 Stakeland movie, a vampire movie that I reviewed a day or two ago on my channel, which I absolutely adored. So I was quite happy to see the character of Mr. and Martin back on the screen. Martin has had a family, he's got a daughter, a wife, he's moved to New Eden where things have settled down, there's not really too many vampire attacks and things are starting to level out. And then lo and behold, one night they are attacked by a swarm of vampires who is led by this strange, seemingly female vampire who can control the other vampires. She seemingly targets Martin's wife and child and forces him out into the wilderness. With nobody left, he looks for the only person that he once had a connection with, which is Mr. And he has no idea where he is, and he travels back into the States to try and find him, where he stumbles across the Brotherhood and some other survivors, good or bad. One of the interesting things that this movie does is it really sort of shows how the vampires are struggling to find a food source, which lends credence to the fact that humans are becoming really scarce. And they're so desperate that they're starting to come out in daylight, so they're attacking people with hoodies on and keep them covered up, but smouldering a little bit in the sunlight. It's a really startling visual image, really interesting, and it's something that I quite liked about the movie. In the movie, that there wasn't too much to really love about it. The movie, for the first half, maybe first third, focuses on Martin, focuses on his life and his hunt for Mr. And it's not until about a third of the way in that they find Mr. And it's far too long because he's the most interesting character. He's the one that I want to see. He's the one that I want to have experiences with and see how he has grown and interacting. As much as I'm happy with Martin, I wanted to see more about Mr. One of the ways that the movie does go wrong for me is the sort of minimalising of the Brotherhood. They have this vampire who's in control of the Brotherhood and other vampires, and it really takes the threat away from the Brotherhood. And you see sort of sparse images of them kind of moving about. There's never a great army of them, there's only a few spattered here and there, whereas in the first one they felt like a force. This cult who worshipped the kind of vampires felt deadly, they felt kind of focused on taking out Mr. and they were a real threat. But this is kind of diminished in this movie and tries to put the threat onto this vampire, which breaks the mould from the first one, because the vampires were feral animals in the first one. You know, they just attacked people, all they wanted was blood, where this one is seemingly thinking and acting out. Finally, we get to find Mr. and we get to see him kicking vampire ass again and again, and it is glorious. It's exactly what we wanted to see. There's not enough of it, and he's injured for some of the movie. Again, it's stopping him being the character that we want him to be. We see a kind of role reversal and Martin becoming a little bit more like Mr. and Mr. becoming a little bit more sympathetic in his older age and a little bit willing to trust people. Then there's the inclusion of Lady, a kind of feral woman who really adds nothing to the story and is there for an emotional beat near the end. It doesn't quite click for me. I was really hoping that Stakelander 2 was going to continue the awesome story of the first one. But this one felt a lot smaller than the first one did. It felt like a grandiose story where they trekked across a lot of land trying to get to a place. This one felt really small and contained. There's like 1 or 2, 3 maybe locations, and that's what I personally felt about the movie. It limited the Brotherhood, which I didn't think was a good move at all, and it gave the vampires a little bit too much powers by having this kind of telepathic one, which I wasn't overly keen on. And the way they tie that back into our main characters seemed a bit ham-fisted. I still liked the action, I still loved the character of Mr. It was still interesting to see this world again. It just isn't as good as the first one, which is why I'm going to give it 3 out of 5. It's a movie that I'll definitely go back to, but based against the original Stakeland, it's not as good as. Have you seen Stakelander 2, the Stakelander? If you have, let me know in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man vs. Film.